good evening. Tonight, an incredible video. For me at least, I'm a huge fan of the Alien franchise. I want to say a huge fan. Doesn't mean you cannot like some of the movies, because I really hated Prometheus. Covenant was slightly less bad, but we're talking here about the original 4 Alien movies. Alien is my favorite movie of all time. It is atmospheric horror at its finest. I love this movie. I personally consider Alien Resurrection my second favorite movie of all time. The way the story had progressed to Ellen Ripley's evolution, it was so well done. Weaver's acting is just amazing in Resurrection.
Now they brought it out of you. Not all the way out.
You want to tell us what this is?
It's a queen. She'll breed. You'll die.
The cast, the effects, the aliens, just everything. I feel Aliens is an incredible movie. I gotta say that. It's an incredible movie, of course. It's an incredible sequel. I love it. It's great horror as well. But it turned Alien into kind of a shooter, like a problem I sometimes have with certain video games. But a lot of people claim Aliens is one of those perfect sequels, like Terminator 2, where it far surpasses the original, and I can never stand behind that. And now, it's worse, because now I saw Alien Romulus. And it is not clickbait, and I'm not trolling. I honestly believe Alien Romulus is a far better Alien movie than Aliens. I have to start by saying heavy spoilers for Alien Romulus. I'm gonna talk about almost everything that happens in this movie. So if you haven't seen it yet, please click away. Having said that, in all honesty, Alien Romulus technically does nothing new. Not only does it do nothing new, I feel it heavily borrows from all other Alien movies. The start of Alien Romulus is literally the start of Alien. The ending of Alien Romulus is literally the ending to Alien Resurrections. I feel it takes all 4 movies and it kind of compresses them into this movie. And yeah, it's still that fucking good. So I just want to talk a little bit about the story. We have 6 people. We have a main character, Rain, and her android, Andy, and then 4 of her friends. They decide to go up into space on this abandoned spaceship that they found because they want to recover the cryopods so they can use those to travel to another planet.
You want to break in and steal highly regulated equipment.
This could be our only ticket out of here. Should be in and out in 30 minutes.
They get to the spaceship, aliens happen, and that's it. That's the story. Like I said, it does nothing new. We have a standard life cycle of facehugger, chestburster, alien, with a specific little finale added to it. But what makes this movie so incredible, 1, the absolute sheer amount of incredible space shots. You really feel like you're alone in space. And these shots are absolutely incredible. I love all these space shots. Everything from the ships to the planets, it's amazing. 2, all the alien stuff. One thing that I absolutely love in Alien Romulus is that not just the aliens get a lot of screen time, but the facehuggers. You know, in almost every Alien movie, you know, in the life cycle of the alien, you see a facehugger, chestburster, alien for the rest of the movie. This movie keeps the facehuggers in the whole movie. Not only that, some of the most beautiful shots in this movie, in my opinion, are with the facehuggers. There's one really amazing shot at one point where you have an alien standing in a hallway, and like these facehuggers come from behind him, walking over the walls and everything. It is such a cool shot. And that is something I feel no alien movie has ever done before. There's really hive cohesiveness throughout the whole movie. It's not just like the facehuggers are abandoned. They're omnipresent through the entire movie. There's several scenes involving the facehuggers. My favorite scene of the whole movie is not even halfway through. It's still kind of in the beginning, I feel, before the aliens are even there yet. They arrive in the cryo room because they find the pods. The pods don't have enough juice to get them 9 years to Ivaga. And they need to get batteries to refill the pods. So they go into the cryo room to get these batteries. So they take out the charging batteries that they can use to charge the cryopods. But these cryo batteries that they're using, that they're pulling out, means the ship is going to start heating. And what do you know? They save the alien from the original movie in the opening shot. Did all this stuff. They have like, what, 30 something, that's not exaggeration, they have like 30 something facehuggers. And they all start defrosting. The door closes. So at that point, you have two of the guys and the android stuck in this cryo room where all these facehuggers are defrosting. This whole scene is absolute art. I love this scene. It is so well done. So all the facehuggers start like defrosting. They're starting to attack them. And they can't get out of the room. The reason they need the android to go into space is because the android can talk to Mother. It can open the ship. But in this room, the android has no priority. He's no right of access to open the door again. So there's two other characters. They go onto the ship as well. They find a dead android. They take his chip, the Weyland-Yutani chip, and they give it to the android in the room stuck with the two other guys. Then they have to reboot the android, and this shot is just absolutely amazing. I can't get this shot out of my head. So the android is rebooting with the Weyland-Yutani details, and it's all like spazzing out and freaking out. The camera angles are incredible. At this time, the android can't do anything anymore. It's rebooting, so it needs time. The other two guys, in the meantime, are being attacked by facehuggers from all around. And you see cool shots of facehuggers walking over the cables. You have one facehugger that is crawling on the shoulder of the android, jumping in the guy's face. It is so cool. It is so cool, this entire scene. Then, the android gets rebooted, saves the guys in time. They get out of the room, and this is avalanche of facehuggers. They showed this in the trailer, I think. This avalanche of facehuggers just jumps out of the door, crawls in between it, and that's what I mean. There's so many incredible facehugger shots. Like, I feel they're like honoring the facehuggers in this movie, and I just love that it's not just a one shot and done thing throughout the entire movie. Again, this is the scene, like I said, this is one of my favorite scenes where they're being attacked by the facehuggers. Later on, there's a room with facehuggers they have to go through. Then they have the shot with the alien I mentioned, with the facehuggers coming behind everywhere. It is such an incredible movie. Not just visually, from all the shots with the lighting. You have like shots where another ship is floating next to it with the lights, and you see the lights going through the hallways. It just looks and feels like the original Alien. Then they add the quantity of aliens and some of the action from Aliens in there. And as I mentioned before, the finale, I have stuff to say about that. But so, all these action shots, the space shots, the ship, everything, it's just visually it's incredible, but the sound is also amazing from it. We have the sound from the ships and the space, the old tech. That's something I missed from Prometheus and Covenant, that old technology. They did that Star Wars stuff where they go back in time, but somehow the tech is more advanced. It made no sense. I can't stand those movies. The main reason Weyland-Yutani always wanted the aliens was to create the perfect weapon. In this movie, they actually extracted something from the facehuggers and the aliens, and that's antidote. I don't want to call it antidote. That's the easiest word to think. They want to use it to save humanity. The problem is, and I'm pretty sure they know this, but they don't address it in the movie. It corrupts the matter. So basically, you put this matter into any living organism, and it becomes an alien organism without the need of the facehugger chestburster evolutionary cycle. And you see this proven throughout the movie. Then, of course, one of the girls in the movie is pregnant. She gets wounded. So she shoots herself with the serum because she thinks it's going to heal her because it rebuilds your DNA. That's how they trick them into thinking it. But then obviously what it does is it corrupts the baby inside of her, and the fetus becomes an alien, and we get a reverse alien resurrection. When alien resurrection, the queen alien gives birth to a human alien. In this movie, a human gives birth to an alien human. And I love this concept. I said it before, I love alien resurrection. The one thing I didn't like as much is that the freaking alien, the offspring they call it. The offspring alien resembles the engineers from Prometheus. It has nods to every single movie in here. So then, the final boss in a way is this offspring. They fight, one person survives. End of the movie. It's a great setup for a sequel if they want to use it, and they probably might do that to tie it into Aliens. I hope this movie is successful enough that that's what they would do. But yeah, it's just absolutely incredible. There's some stuff there's one specific thing that I wasn't a big fan of in the movie, but for different reasons than other people. So the android that they found dead in the beginning that I mentioned is acted by a certain person, but the AI/CGI Ian Holmes face on him because they want him to be like the Ash model from the original Alien. A lot of people say this messes up the timeline, like why an alien wouldn't they recognize this android, but that makes no sense because Alien Romulus is after the original Alien, so it doesn't make any sense. But my problem with this is that the entire movie of Alien Romulus, it's practical effects, almost everything. People in suits, the facehuggers, the tech, the guns, everything is there. The one thing that is not there, obviously, is Ian Holmes' face. And I don't know why they did this the way they did, but it looks really terrible. You can see that this face, you know what it makes me think of? You know in Disney, any Disney World, Disneyland, they project sometimes faces on animatronics to save in animatronic effects. They do it on the Seven Dwarfs ride, the Haunted Mansion, Buzz Lightyear, I think. That's what they did here. They projected Ian Holmes' face on his robot, and it looks off, man. Later on, you see him in a TV screen via communicators. That looks better, but I don't like it. I don't mind that they used him, but the way they did it is strange. I heard they tried to get the original parts, the original models, robotics, but they couldn't find them, something like that. So they used the models from Lord of the Rings, I think, to do this. It is just weird. Again, I don't mind that they did it because it's cool. It makes sense to me. But the way they did it is strange. So he's the one who tells Andy that he's been basically reprogrammed since he put the chip in him. And since that Andy directive changes from protecting Rain to protecting the company. All this stuff, it's just, even though it brings nothing original technically story-wise, it is so well written. All the little twists and everything, the characters. I was afraid that the characters being so young were going to bother me. But I don't mind in the end. It works. It's all pretty well acted. Everyone has their own little stories and stuff. Some of them I feel could have been developed further. But it's a 2-hour movie. You can't make it a 3-hour movie just for extra character development. And again, I like it that the movie starts reasonably fast. You see more details on how Weyland-Yutani works in the beginning of the movie. And it is so good. So the reason I like it way better than Aliens is that it looks and feels like the original 2 movies. But all the alien effects, the chest burster effects, the facehugger effects, there's so more detail. The shots are absolutely incredible. There's moments where you actually see, it's like you get to know the alien more. At one point, the alien is hunting one of the characters, and the android is refusing to save her because he's weighing in the numbers. And the android is literally saying, like, I can't open the door. The alien is waiting for me to do this. And you see the alien on a ship just waiting, like analyzing the situation. He's not just purely killing like in the other movies. You see him actually hunting, and it is amazing. And that's what I love so much about this movie.
Oh my God.
Annie, open the door. Annie, open the door.
What are you doing?
Look at me,
Can you open the door?
Look at me. It's all right. I'm going to get you out. Don't look over there.
I need you to open that door right now. Come on, open the door. Why aren't you out? What are you doing? You have to run right now.
Some of the characters in Aliens also really freaking bother me. One of the main guys, the main scientist, the guy with the curly hair, I forgot his name. I could never stand this guy. Some of the Marines and everything, I don't know. I didn't like many of these characters. So you're just watching it for the alien stuff. Whereas in this movie, I really like all the characters and the motivations. It's just very well done. There's also nods to almost every alien movie. Like you have the opening as Alien. You have some of the Colonial Marines references. There's even Prometheus references, because I know there's a lot of fans of that, so I don't mind it. And just, it's such a love letter, I feel, and it just makes me so happy that the franchise is going back to actual alien stuff. None of that weird prequel Prometheus stuff. Like, I do not need the aliens to be explained or developed. The fact that you didn't know is what made them so cool. You can just develop them in different ways, like what Alien Romulus is doing. Show how they work together, like the facehuggers and the aliens. Show the alien hunting in a more prominent manner. That's what makes it so good. So yeah, what else can I say? I absolutely loved Alien Romulus for so many reasons. Again, visually, the space shots are just amazing. I'm so glad that I went to it in cinema. I have issues with fainting, and it was not easy for me to go see this in the cinema, but the space shots are just breathtaking. All the old tech from the beginning of the movie on the planet to their spaceship, to the space station where they're going, to all the gear and the gadgets they're doing. There's a really cool device. They showed in the trailer also that the girl uses to look her arm. You can see like the bones through it, and you already know what she's going to use it for. I actually think they showed it in the trailer as well. But she's showing the chest burster come out. And even that, the chest burster coming out, it's slow. You see everything of it. Like, it is amazing. I think the acting of all the people in this movie is really well done. Just from the visual standpoint to the sound design, I feel like, I'm not a sound guy, but I mean like the space sounds, the soundtrack, everything. It just feels like old school Alien, and that, it's all I ever wanted since 20 years, since Alien Resurrection. Since Alien Resurrection, we haven't had a proper Alien movie. And I'm counting Alien vs. Predator 1 and 2, and Prometheus, and Covenant. To me, none of those were Alien movies. And now we're finally back, and all I can hope, all I can wish for, is that this is what they're going to stick with. Actual, real horror in space. Amazing. So yeah, that was borderline my review, my comparison between Aliens and this one. Again, I agree, Aliens is an absolute masterpiece. I love that movie. But Alien Romulus just really is that fucking good. It really is that good. The horror elements are amazing. The creature designs, everything you see. The movie is filled with the aliens. There's a scene in the movie. They really use the anti-gravity effect, and I love this because that's something people always talked about in the past. Well, why doesn't the acid just bleed through the ship? The alien blood acid bleeds through the ship. You know, it should cause a decompression event. And they use that in the movie. Not only do they, for example, the android warned them, you can't use these guns, we're on the lower level. If the alien acid falls on the floor, we're all dead. And they use that with the girl having the idea to turn on the anti-gravity thing. So that when she shoots the aliens, the acid is just floating in the air. It is just visually amazing. This whole movie from beginning to end is just absolute art. Please, if you've watched this video so far and you haven't actually seen Alien Romulus, please go check it out. It is absolutely worth it. If you loved the original Alien movies, you're gonna love this movie. I can't see people not liking this movie except for being absolute purists. But I'm a purist. I'm just saying. And I think this movie is just way, it's so good. It's so good. Please go check it out. If you want to see more videos of me, I do goth content, horror content. I did a reaction to the original trailer for Alien Romulus. Please check it out. Subscribe for more dark content. Halloween is here. It's going to be a bunch of Halloween-related stuff, horror movies, horror shows, all kinds of stuff like Halloween hunting. Just everything is going to be. It's an incredible season. We're finally at Halloween. And please go check out Alien Romulus. It really deserves it. It is really, honestly, that good. I can't stop praising it. Thank you for watching. And as always, be kind to one another, even in the dark.
Impact event in 5, 4,